Indian Polity. Amending Act of 1781. During the years 1779 to 1780, the rivalry between the Supreme Court and the Supreme Council reached a pinnacle. The Supreme Council then filed a petition against the Bengal Supreme Court's unlawful operation. Various zamindars, company servants, and others filed similar petitions. As a result, the Parliament established a committee to investigate the situation and report as soon as feasible. The committee then delivered its report, and in 1781, Parliament passed the Act of Settlement. Amending Act of 1781 key provisions major feature. This was the first time the British Parliament intervened directly in the company's administration. The key features have described in the following paragraphs. Introduction of the Office of the Governor-General of Bengal. The Governor of Bengal's office was renamed the Governor of the Presidency of Fort William, also known as the Governor-General of Bengal. Lord Warren Hastings was the first to be given this title. Creation of Executive Council to assist the Governor-General. A four-member Executive Council was also established to assist the Governor-General. Governors of Bombay and Madras Presidency subordinate to the Governor-General of Bengal. The governors of Bombay and Madras were made subordinate to the Governor-General of Bengal, thereby making the Governor-General of Bengal the ultimate authority. Establishment of the Supreme Court at Judicature at Fort William. Calcutta Supreme Court of Judicature at Fort William was founded in 1774, with one Chief Justice and 3 additional judges. This court's jurisdiction included all places within the Bombay, Madras, and Bengal Presidency. It was a court of record with the authority to try civil and criminal charges, although only against British people, not indigenous, as well as admiralty cases. Judges were expected to arrive from England. Sir Elijah Impey was the court's first Chief Justice. Reforms to curb corruptions. This act brought prohibition on the servants of the company from engaging in any private trade or accepting bribes and gifts from the local people. The directors of the company were to be elected for a period of 5 years, and 1/4 of them used to retire every year. There was no procedure for re-election available. Amending Act of 1781 defect. Despite the fact that the act is regarded as a watershed moment in Indian legal history, it left a gap because it did not address the concerns that existed at the time in the legal system. The act's key flaws are outlined below. The situation was contradictory because the Governor-General had no veto authority and was held accountable to the directors for all acts relating to the Indian administration. However, the Governor-General lacked the authority to make an independent judgment because he was bound by the Council's majority decision. Because of this, the Council decided to make its choice using the Governor-General as a pup. Though the governors were nominally subordinate to the GG, the governor and his subordinates wielded ultimate power, causing rampant corruption and a weakening of the government at lower levels. There was a lot of misunderstanding about the Supreme Court's powers and jurisdiction. There was also a conflict between the Supreme Court and the governor jurisdictions. Generals' councils. In addition, the act did not address the concerns of the Indian natives who were the real victims. Conclusion. The introduction of these laws resulted in numerous significant changes to the administration and justice systems. It is also possible to assume that the Regulating Act of 1773 established the central administration and parliamentary control. However, there were some flaws in both acts that must be overlooked. Thank you.